9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, I'm New York Pete. I'm the co-host of Interfleet Broadcasting and with my best friend Chris, also known as the Tipsy Toaster. And want to thank you for up front for joining us on our news and pop culture sci-fi entertainment channel. Full disclosure, we grew up watching 70s, 80s TV, movies, cartoons, and we bring our unique spin to our little corner of the universe. And everyone needs to know that we're real big Battlestar Galactica fans. And there we go.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
What is
You
this?
sounded like it was like the end. There we go.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It's always
later.
What is
Baz,
that
I love
in
Baz.
the background? What is in the background?
It's the boss.
Oh boy,
He's watching over tonight, so
he's watching.
I'm just messing around a little bit with the green screen tech that we're going to be using in the thing. This is definitely not.
Wow,
This is okay, but it's not the high end stuff we're going to be using. Yeah,
it's not bad though. It
not
looks
bad.
pretty cool, man.
It's pretty darn good.
You got the
No, it
Imperious
really looks
Leader
good
here.
as this one. Ready?
So wait a minute. Are you in
Yep.
the chamber with the Imperious Leader?
I'm outside the chamber. I'm not allowed to be in the chamber with it.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah, the
when you're
door-
broadcasting, you got to be outside.
Yeah, I got to be
Yeah,
outside.
outside the glass doors. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
no cell phones allowed inside.
Ah, that's funny.
No, Marin's not here yet. I'm working on it, though. If I can
That's
bring
good.
Marin in virtually, I'll be set.
That. Well, that's probably next. That's why you're experimenting with this thing.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Here,
okay.
See the other one. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
Oh, that like you could turn your hand behind you and hold up that that beam there. That's pretty cool, man.
That one turned out. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's great.
A little too much light on my right hand side. I have to fix
Nah,
it later.
it's all good, bro. Trust me, it's all good. Excellent. All right.
Yeah. So welcome. Looks like Baz says we have got a half an hour to be graced with his presence. Well, thank you, Baz. The Imperious
Baz,
Leader
thank you
appreciates
yeah.
that.
Yes, he sure does. All right, cool. I wanted to make sure that we let everybody know that we are super grateful. We have with us tonight, before we do the toast, John 1. We have the 501st Legion Empire City Garrison Commander Chris Fian is going to give us a Star Wars update. And we're also going to have Brand Stimson from the Denver USS Tiburon for our Starfleet Worldwide Star Trek Association update. And then in between that, sandwiched in between, is going to be our John 1. And then later on, we'll talk about some pretty cool things that you picked up.
Yeah, it's cool
Tipsy.
stuff we got to play with.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so why don't we do what we normally do?
All right.
And that,
So
of course,
tonight's
is...
beer is actually brought to you by Chris Marshall.
All right.
So
Very cool.
He donated for donated.
Wow. Well,
donated
thank
this, so-
you. Okay.
So
very
tonight's beer. Let me put Pete up. I'll read this while Pete's
Okay.
holding
There
it.
you go.
There it is.
Cool.
Tonight's
Ooh.
beer is The Abyss Coconut by Deschutes Brewing Company. It is a decadent. Oh my God, I can't read that word. Amalgamation. Oh boy, amalgamation. There we go. A decadent amalgamation of roasted coconut flakes, licorice, cherry bark, and vanilla beans on top of a rich imperial stout aged in whiskey barrels. It is Oh boy. I think it's
what is it?
14.3% alcohol.
Wow.
This is
That's
28.
awesome.
This is 28 proof.
28. Oh man.
The percentage is always doubled for your proofs. It's 28 proof.
That's right.
It's almost
right.
Hello. I was zooming in and out.
Whoa. Yeah, take it easy, man. You're going to make previous leaders going to get mad. Okay. All right, ready? Okay, come on.
Yeah, I don't have a single thing Star Trek. I mean, Star Wars. I don't own a single Star Wars thing. Well, wait a minute.
Well,
Jar Jar,
come on.
We're set now.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Don't spill it. Oh, I thought you were going to spill that all over yourself.
Ooh.
Like I've done many times.
It smells good.
Let's go. Ready?
And then my glass tonight is Star Trek as well.
No, we should have coordinated better.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh man, it's like black syrup.
Yeah, it's the oil I've been looking for.
Oh boy, it's like what the heck?
That's the oil I've been looking for.
Black. Woof! Look at this. Wow.
It's aged in bourbon barrels.
Oh my god.
Wow, that looks awesome.
Gee whiz. You guys don't know what you're missing.
That's it. Gotta find this stuff out.
Oof.
Pete's going to be zooming by the end of the night.
I'm going to be zooming in 5 minutes, so just yeah.
All right, so we always appreciate the fans, and we appreciate you, the fans of the show, the fans of the fandoms, and we always want to just reach out and say thank you, and we toast to you because it is the fans that fuel the fleet. So here's to you.
You guys.
That's good.
Wow. Oh my god.
That's good.
Oof. Oh boy. That's like alcohol straight up, man. That's like a liqueur. Whew.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. Picking up our drinks tonight. And so fans fuel the fleet, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And without further ado, let's bring on Commander Chris Fian. Chris, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Good.
Outstanding.
Talk to us, man. What's cooking?
I apologize for not having a single thing Star Trek or Star Wars, except for Jar Jar. Because he's the most important Star Wars person there is.
I got to give you a tour of my attic. I got a home museum up here.
But do you have any of these? Do you have your?
I actually don't think I own a Jar Jar, and nor would I.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Old school. Old school.
Yeah. Thanks to Tipsy Toaster, I own plenty I can share with you. Don't worry.
I know to get Chris for Christmas.
As I say on every episode I've been on, it is a wonderful time to be a Star Wars fan right now with all the stuff that's happening on Disney Plus. It's absolutely incredible where they're going with some of these Star Wars shows. As you know, Obi-Wan finished up last year. Andor finished up last year with some mixed reviews, but some folks really liked it for its, elevated writing and being a little more of a departure from what we've been used to in Star Wars. So for better or for worse, that is going to be coming back as a second season, but it's not going to start filming until about April of this year. And then that filming will go on until at least December of this year. So we won't be seeing another Andor series until probably 2024 or possibly even 2025. But right now, the plan is to go ahead with the second season. So a lot of those fans of that show will be thrilled. The Mandalorian, everybody cannot wait. We're only 6 days away. It's coming out March 1st. It's going to be 8 episodes every week for the next 8 weeks after that. March 1st episode will be a new episode. The trailers look incredible. There's a lot of Mandalorian action. There's some Bo-Katan. There's some rumors that Ahsoka might show up, leading directly into her show, which is expected to come sometime in the fall of this year, 2023. In between that, there's some other things that are going to be coming out. We have the Young Jedi Adventures, which is a more of a kiddie-oriented show. It's going to be, exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be an animated series about some young Jedis learning about the Force, which might be good for the little ones. There's also going to be a second season of Visions. For people who did appreciate that, last year they kind of surprised everybody with a series that nobody was expecting called Visions. That was, I think it was 6 or 8 short Star Wars cartoons made by different cartoon artists in different styles. That is actually coming back, and it's been announced it's coming back May the 4th. So Disney Plus will have that new series, and I think it's going to be, again, 6 or 8 episodes of cartoon shorts in different styles. So it's not canon, it's not part of the Star Wars lore, but it is going to be different takes from different artists on Star Wars, which many people thought was very interesting. I thought it was kind of a mixed bag. The original Visions, I thought about half of them were really interesting, and some of them were not really my taste. But again, any new Star Wars is good Star Wars, so I'm just glad that they're making some new stuff, and we can pick and choose what we like. There's also The Bad Batch still airing on Disney Plus. They're up to episode 10 that just aired. There's going to be a total, it's been confirmed, of 16 episodes. So we still have 6 more episodes to look forward to in this season, in this current season. And that is most definitely going to be renewed based on the feedback that the fans have had for that so far this year.
That's one I've actually been watching. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I have not seen it yet.
Oh, it's great. Let me spoil it for you.
I got to try to pick it up. I did hear some spoilers about some stuff that happened recently that kind of explained why the clones kind of went away and the stormtroopers kind of took hold. So I do appreciate that they're trying to do some fill in from what I hear on some of the backstory and explaining some stuff that was between that period, between the Clone Wars and A New Hope. So that's kind of interesting. So I do want to watch it for some of the little things that have been snuck in there.
Oh, yeah.
That really add to the whole Star Wars lore. There's also this other mystery series, Skeleton Crew, and some stuff has come out about it that I'm not sure. They said it's going to be mostly a very young cast, so I don't know if it's going to be a bunch of kids or if it's going to be a kiddie show. We don't know. They really have been very tight-lipped about that show. Yeah, all we know is that Jude Law is going to be in it, and it probably will debut before the end of this year. So we're holding our breath and hoping that that's going to be a new exciting property that we can latch on to. Also, if you haven't already seen, Pedro Pascal is also in another show right now. I know it's not Star Wars related, but I got to put a plug in for The Last of Us. If you've played that game and you're a fan of Pedro Pascal, the show is absolutely riveting and amazing. I played the game 2 or 3 times. I played the original version, the remastered version, and The Last of Us 2. Loved every second of it. It's an emotional roller coaster, but it's very well done. And the show is even eclipsing some of the emotions that were even elicited from the game. So if you haven't checked that out and you're a fan of Pedro Pascal, please check out The Last of Us. Fantastic genre show. Zombies, but again, just like every zombie show these days, not really about the zombies, about the people. And it's very intense.
But zombies are people too.
Yeah, and they don't call them zombies, of course. They're infected with some other thing.
Is zombies fungus, the right word? Can we say zombies now, or do we have to call them like
say zombies.
Undead
just like
humans?
Dead, they never say zombies. But I got to say, it's very well done, and it's probably been the thing I haven't missed every week. You know, dying to see the next episode. Even though I know what's going to happen, I still want to see their take on it. And they've even eclipsed some of the emotional points of the game at this point. Some other things that are coming out later on the horizon is The Acolyte. We still don't have a lot of details, but we know it's shooting. I had mentioned last time about some of the cast that was announced. That's shooting now. That's probably not going to be till 2024 with the current shooting schedule. So that's something else we can look forward to next year. And I was just talking about video games. Just to talk about video games a little bit, there's a very exciting game coming out. Let me just check the date. I have it written down here. It's coming out April 28th, called Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Fallen Order. That was a very interesting third-person game where you went through this whole world with an inspiring Jedi. It was a very good game, very well received by the critics and the fans. That is getting a sequel, Jedi Survivor. There's also a book that kind of fills in the gap between the two games called Battle Scars that's coming out on March 7th. So they're really investing a lot into that property, and that's going to hopefully flesh it out even more, the Battle Scar book that's coming out to kind of accompany the game.
You're excited to be there for everybody. Battle Scar almost sounded like Battle Star.
Yeah, it does sound like Battle Star.
Battle Star book? Oh.
Yeah, your ears perked up. Wait, Star Wars, Battlestar, what? But that's a very well-received game, and for those interested, if you have to get the super-duper collector's edition, it actually comes with the lead character's lightsaber if you buy the super-duper $200 limited edition, fan edition of the game. So look for that at GameStop and in pre-orders right now, and it's going to be available for both the Xbox X and the PlayStation 5. The other big news that's coming up for Star Wars is Celebration is happening April 7th through the 10th, but it's going to be in Europe, in London. And they also just announced that there's not going to be a Celebration next year. So a lot of fans were disappointed at that. Usually they do wait every 2 years, but the last two have been like back-to-back. But they have officially announced, and they haven't announced the location yet, but the next one will not be until 2025. So a lot of our guys in our group in the 501st are saying, oh, but now we got to start saving our money, our nickels and dimes, to make a big trip in 2025 when Celebration returns probably to the U.S. and has everything Star Wars. Again, that convention is the mecca of Star Wars. They have just about every notable guest from Star Wars you can think of. They usually release a lot of information about upcoming projects and secret projects and updates on current projects. So that's going to be probably after April 7th and through the 10th. We're going to have a whole wealth of information and more stuff to look forward to. What's been very quiet, and it's kind of distressing, is there still hasn't been any definitive word on movies. Now, there was recently an interview with Jon Favreau who talked about The Mandalorian and said that he already has Season 4 mapped out, so we know we're going to get a Season 4. There was some rumors within Lucasfilm and that have leaked, and again, these are complete rumors, that they are planning to do a fourth and final season of Mandalorian and then hopefully springboard that into a movie. So that's a movie we haven't heard about, and maybe we'll get some information about that or a plan on a roadmap for that at Celebration. So everybody's waiting with bated breath, hoping that they will hear news of that nature at Celebration. One other side note about Star Wars video games as well. There's a game called Galaxy's Edge. It's a Star Wars game that's been released previously on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 VR and on the Oculus 2. That just got a major upgrade just yesterday. I was lucky enough to get a PlayStation 2, a VR 2 headset to go with my PlayStation 5, and I got to play it yesterday and today. It is light years ahead of where it was on those other two platforms. It's an immersive game where you're on the planet Batuu and you're going around, shooting different first order characters, bad characters. It is an incredibly immersive game. A little procedural, you have to unlock a few secrets and little puzzles and things. But the immersion factor, especially with the better graphics of the PlayStation 5, the better headset, the 4K headset with the PlayStation VR 2, unbelievable experience playing that the past 2 days. I can't even describe it. So if you're a huge Star Wars fan, you have about $1,000 to blow on a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation VR 2 headset. It's definitely worth checking out the Star Wars enhanced edition of the Galaxy's Edge game. It's very, very well done. Nothing really else going on the Star Wars front. For the 501st, we've had a very busy year already. We had just the Intrepid this past weekend. We did the Intrepid for 2 days for Kids Week. We're going to have some conventions coming up. We have the Chocolate Festival at the Cradle of Aviation in March, and the Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo in March. And we have a number of other events coming up. You could check out our calendar at 501ecg.com, where you can check out our full calendar of all the events we'll be supporting and all the different charities that we'll be doing walks for, libraries we'll be visiting. Anything of that nature is all on our schedule. And I'd like to also mention that we have an event we're putting together for the Cerebral Palsy Association in July at Levittown Hall in Hicksville, Long Island. And we're looking for media guests, anybody from the sci-fi world who's notable. If you'd be willing to donate your time and energies to be there on that day, July 22nd in Hicksville, New York, we would love to have you and make you a featured guest. So please reach out to me if you're so inclined and you're notable within the sci-fi community. We'd love to have you participate in this free community event that we're putting on for the Cerebral Palsy Association. So please reach out to me. Again, my name's Chris Feehan, and I can be reached at curemode, CUREMODE, at curemode.com. So please reach out to me, and you can find out more information in the coming weeks as we start putting that together. We did it last year and managed to raise about $2,500 for the organization. This year, we already have a grant from Jovia, the financial institution that's going to help us get this really going even bigger and better this year. So our goal is to raise at least $5,000 this year for the Cerebral Palsy Association, which is tough at a free event. But we're hoping to sell raffles. We're hoping to do some Blasted Trooper, and we're hoping to do some Jedi training with the Empire Saber Guild, who were a huge help to us last year. We're going to have some sets there. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. So a lot more information about that to come as we get closer. And again, we're the New York garrison, the Empire City garrison, but there's garrisons all across the country, all across the world. So check out 501st.com for anything that might be going on in your local area and see what the 501st is up to.
Outstanding, Chris. As always, we love having you on. We love what you represent, but besides that, there's also the charity element.
Yeah,
the 501, the ECG's always working. The charity element, and we support that as well. So good luck with that. Keep us posted. There was one question. If they want, one of the guys wanted to know, have you heard anything about the Acolyte?
No, I had mentioned that. Now I'll just reiterate a little bit. There really hasn't been much details about where it actually takes, what the actual storyline is. There's been a couple of leaked screenshots. There's been of the filming. There's been some actors announced, but based on the timeline of the schedule of when they're shooting it, they're going to be shooting it until about August or September of this year. We're probably not going to see it till next year. So there hasn't been much information released. I doubt it's going to hit in this year just based on the shooting schedule. The same thing with Andor season 2. I think that's going to be pushed back to next year. But I think we're going to be guaranteed Skeleton Crew. We already know about Visions 2, The Mandalorian, and Ahsoka are definitely going to hit this year. So those are really a lot of properties to be excited about for this year.
Awesome. Very cool. Here's to you, Chris. Thank you very much, as usual. So keep
Pete,
up the good work.
You're falling behind there, Pete.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was saving it, man. Come on.
Chris, you, sir. Thank you
all
so
the
much.
best, and keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you next time.
Absolutely. Man, there's nothing that matches getting, our people up front. Chris Feehan is awesome. He takes the time out from, it's not easy doing all this stuff, juggling ECG
life
and the event, and yeah, of course, right? And so, man, we thank you very much, and we're getting the whole kit and caboodle in terms of Star Wars. You get the inside, he's involved in a lot of cool stuff, and that's awesome. And we love catching up to him when we get to New York Comic-Con. And it's really, really cool. So thank you very much, Chris Feehan from 501st Legion, Empire City Garrison Commander. Thank you for coming and taking care of our update for Star Wars. I just want to give everybody a shout out, Tipsy. You mentioned Baz, but Dave Francoeur, thank you, sir, for doing what you do on your social media, right? I've talked about it before. Dave does this really cool sci-fi inspired photoshopping manipulations where he puts himself in them dressed accordingly, and they're phenomenal work. I've always been a big fan of his, but he's also a fan of ours. He's put up 2 videos to support the Stranded Warrior unsolicited. Thank you, Dave. Really appreciate that. Paul Rotter, of course, Commander Kane, representing several of the original Battlestar Galactica social media groups that are out there. Everybody knows them, even in the reimagined Battlestar Galactica franchise. A good friend of ours. We've hung out with him, and looking forward to seeing you again in person at Dragon Con. So thank you, Paul, for supporting. Carl Cullenschmidt. Fran, what's up, Fran? Superfan Fran is with us tonight as well. Jeff Walters, Rob Baum, our unofficial fact checker. Thanks for checking in, Rob. Crew Chief Mike DeBrune. John One, of course, who's coming up in a minute. Lola, where will be?
Her name was Lola.
That's right. We would not be who we are without Lola. Thank you. Alfred, James Oliver,
hey, Al,
Chris
hey.
Tucker,
Al's
and Mediocre Modeler. And you guys, come on up. Kim Harms, thank you for joining us. George Giacomis in the house. George G, thank you very much for joining us. I'm not sure if he's on break from set. He's usually working in the evening, typically from some I don't know, he's working on various, usually sports things, but over at studios, I know a lot of CBS work. And for the record, George, of course, is a co-producer here at IFB. And if I haven't mentioned it enough, he's also an Emmy-winning tech. And so we're very proud of you and your work, George. Thank you very, very much. And so, yeah, guys, as you come on, please, just put something up in the chat there so we can acknowledge you. We appreciate you joining us live. You guys are all part of our crew, and thank you. So the Stranded Warrior is doing very, very well. Thank you guys for supporting. Many of you have contributed. Last week, we hit a reach of over 10,000, which is incredible, right? We haven't it's just word of mouth and you guys supporting us, and it's Baz, of course. I know you're down under, and Chris Laskowski and everybody else, but I want all of you to know that we appreciate it. And hitting a milestone like that is it's actually almost 11,000. It's like 10,800 and something in terms of our reach on the Stranded Warrior site that we have going on social media, on Facebook. So that's tremendous. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it, and hope to see you guys more involved in the Stranded Warrior, because we're doing it for all of us. So with that said, I think, Chris, it's good time to bring up I think John One is waiting in the wings, if I'm not mistaken, but either way, when you're ready, just press the buttons.
I'll press the button here in a second.
Cool. I hope you guys liked the backdrop. Well, it's actually not a backdrop. Tipsy Toaster was experimenting with some of the green screen technology that we're gonna be using on a bigger scale, of course, when we do the Stranded Warrior in May. And we're putting the word out again. Any of you that are in the tri-state area in New York, and you have your Colonial Warrior uniform, please come down and be a featured background actor. We're going to have a scene where we need all the Colonial Warriors present. So we'd love to have you come in. We already have a few. As a matter of fact, we have an individual that contacted us from Canada, said he's going to fly himself down here.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible. So he's finishing up his Colonial Warrior battlesuit, and he's going to fly himself down to be in it. So we're going to have him in as a featured background actor, just like everybody else. And stay tuned for the last announcements. John One, we have there's only a couple of slots left. We have to cast 2 more actors before we can announce the full
cast. Yeah.
Full cast. Yeah. So it's
wow.
going to be awesome. Yeah, it's going to be really good. So, John, how are you, man?
Pretty good. How's you guys doing?
Good.
You're doing
That's some pretty good news from Feehan. I like that.
Yeah, man.
No, I wasn't. I was still waiting for my my Jar Jar Binks story. We need the Jar Jar Binks story.
Yeah. Of course. Well, listen. This one's to you, John, for all the work you're doing behind the scenes. Appreciate it. So
he needs to catch up. He's doing the sippy thing. He's
oh man, It's like
that must be
liqueur,
some
man. It's heavy duty, man. It's no joke. It's no joke.
It lubes
tastes
the
good,
joints
but
of your Cylon.
Oh my God. Oof.
It's only 14%, Pete. Come on.
Oh,
suck it up.
I can almost see the steam coming out of your ears every time you drink that. Like, poo!
But it tastes like coconut. It does taste good. This would be a very dangerous beer to have around, like 6-pack. Yeah, that'd be bad.
Oh my God.
2 of these and Pete would be going to the hospital.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed, no questions asked.
All right, now I remember why I don't like this glass.
What happened? Oh, because
it bloops. When you drink out of it, it gets down to this little thing here, puts an air bubble in it.
Yeah, because you're drinking too fast, man. Why don't you slow it down, dude?
Wow. I got to lube the joints.
Oh, boy. All right. Anyway,
like
so, John, what do you got for us, man? I know you got some really good insights.
Oh, we got some new movies coming out. Scream 6 is coming out. We'll hit theaters March 10th. The Killer will be in Manhattan, so he'll fit right in. But hopefully the box receipts will be the biggest killer for this franchise. So hopefully it'll die out. Yeah. And then what else? DC's next movie will be Shazam: Fury of the Gods. It seems that Shazam and his friends become superheroes, and they're trying to figure out their powers. Helen Mirren is as a goddess, so it should be good. That comes out.
I remember Shazam.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The first movie came out. It was pretty funny. It was good. It was cute. So I enjoyed that. That's coming out March 10th, I think. March 10th. Shazam. So that should be good. Let's see. If you really want to see a movie just to get away from everything and not think, Cocaine Bear is hitting movie theaters tomorrow.
Hell yeah!
Yep. The title says it all.
That is a bad movie night right there.
Finds a brig cartoon, a brig cocaine, and proceeds to start eating all the local yokels. The coming attraction looks pretty funny. I'll be there with popcorn, so I'll kill some time. Why not?
Oh yeah, I think that's on the list of things to do. That's definitely a Cocaine Bear is a definite need.
Okay.
We should do that again. Another segment of really bad B movies that we've watched.
Hopefully, it can challenge Rubber. If it can challenge Rubber or Hobo with a Shotgun.
Hobo with a Shotgun.
Hobo with a Shotgun's amazing.
Oh boy.
Or Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama.
Or Zombievers. Oh, there's the other ones.
Zombievers.
Zombievers. It's got a great tune to it too.
And yes, the wait is over. The Mandalorian is coming next week, March 1st. Seeing it is the way. Go see it. And tomorrow night on ABC and Freeform, you're going to get to see at 8 o'clock. You're going to see the first episode of The Mandalorian, Chapter 1. They're putting it finally on TV, just so we can enjoy it. So they
can hook some more people into it, just like they're it's like they drive around with the Star Wars bus selling ice cream to the kids. Like, hey kids, you want a cool? We got this really cool. You want to see this? Check out this cartoon. Yeah, and to hook those little suckers in early.
That's
how the evil mouse gets his subscriptions. Mommy, I want Disney Plus. Mommy, okay, I get Disney Plus. Right.
Just so they can watch the.
I'm sure there'll be a million Mandalorian commercials on it.
Star Trek's doing it too with Prodigy. So. Yep. Star Trek.
Prodigy I've watched.
Yep. They're hooking. They're trying to hook the kids early so they can bring them into the fold. Come on in, kids. Right. Come on.
Smart move. That's a smart way to do it.
Keep the Disney man people going. Happy money. So everyone gets tired of it, hopefully. But
all we had was the Cylon. All we had was the waving Cylon in the lunchbox.
And the cups from Burger King.
Yep.
That's right.
And the really cool Cylon chips that I want to get one day. I'm still looking for one.
We had Halloween costumes too. Remember the Cylon Halloween costume with the
I think I wore one. Yeah, the Halloween plastic and the black plastic machine. Yep, I've had that. I think I wore that in second grade.
Nice.
And this comedic cast, I remember 7 years ago. And also the spooky spooky kook with you have to blow off the balloon and put it on top of your head and get in your face. Spooky kook. Cookie spook. Remember those? There's a picture my wife has of me somewhere.
Oh, nice. We got to get that one out and see that one.
Yeah, we got to put that up. Oh, and the Oscar Mayer hot dog bus.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. Thank you, Mike the Bruin, Crew Chief Mike. Awesome.
And this comedic cast will act out historic scenarios in Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 2.
Heck yeah.
It's on Hulu. Yep. That's going to be coming out on March 6th on Hulu. Looks pretty funny. There's a lot of guys like Jack Black, a couple other famous guys going and doing some famous stuff. Will Ferrell. Looks pretty funny. So hopefully it's more raunchy like Mel Brooks, but we'll see. That's on Hulu May 6th. The CW is still putting out shows. First up, returning for a third season is Superman and Lois. So that should be really good. I really like the series. I like the series. It's good.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not a DC
new series
person.
called. I think one of the sons has left the show, so there might be a new son just appearing. He just got tired of it, didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, the oldest son. He's like, I don't want to do it anymore, and he just disappeared. Yeah.
Ooh,
so that might be a hinge, but the acting and the storyboard is pretty good, so it should cover it. Or just forget that he ever existed. I don't know. And the next one is called. Yeah, he left. He was doppelganger. The new series called Gotham Knights. Called Gotham Knights. Batman's son takes over crime fighting, and it'll be on the same show on March 14th. Now, also, there are reports that Grant Gustin, TV's The Flash, may replace the troubled Ezra Miller's Flash on the movies. So I can see that. He's a pretty good Flash. There's just reports now, so we don't know. But Ezra Miller is definitely on his way out.
Yeah.
He sparked and burned way too quick. So another reboot, which may be worthwhile, Hellboy is in production. This time it will be in the Appalachians. It'll be in the creepy Appalachian Mountains, and Hellboy will be trying to find a monster. So
I can see dueling banjos with Hellboy already.
Dueling banjo, and also the other troubling scene that I don't want to see Hellboy happen.
Deliverance Hellboy edition. You got a pretty gun.
You got some pretty horns. Squeal.
Yeah, those are pretty horns.
But
can you moo like a cow?
I'd rather let Guillermo del Toro finish up his third movie and be done with the series too. But that should be good. I'd like to see a series, TV series of Hellboy. That would be really cool.
That'd be cool if they could pull it off. Got to get money for that.
Yep, that'd be really
Baz,
cool.
take
Animated
care.
season.
Oh, already.
Some upcoming comics I recommend to see are Doctor Strange #1, Amazing Spider-Man #22, a new evil villain in that, and Adventures of Superman, John Kent, and also Dark Horse announced Murder Inc. It's coming back. That was a good series. It's about organized crime. It's really good. That should be coming out May 10th, 2022. Some comic book cons are coming out. Nerdfest 226 at Swedesboro, New Jersey. Upcoming cons, Fairfax Comic Con, Chantilly, Virginia. That's coming on 3/4/23. What's it? King Con the 4th, Iceland, New Jersey, 3/25. And the WB and New Line struck a multi-year deal. I just came in. Swedish company Embracer, which will allow the studios to make more adaptations of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. That means multiple films coming up.
Wow.
So
yay.
Whoa.
More Lord of the Rings, more Gollum, more Hobbits. And also Boom Studios has just announced that they will be bringing something to Netflix to make it a brand new series called What's Killing the Children to Netflix. This is like the top 5 comic book in the country now.
Really?
So that's going to be becoming a series. Yep. What's Killing the Children is a really good comic.
Wow.
If you get any of those, get them. That's a good series. And that's coming out to be made into a series. Also, another series from Boom Studios is Berserker, the Keanu Reeves comic. And that's been confirmed for 2 seasons on Netflix.
The only Berserker I remember was playing the video game.
Well, speaking of John Wick, Keanu Reeves and there's a John Wick whole week where they put out like clips of the John Wick 4 coming out. Looks really good.
That's coming out next month. I think March 24th, something like that. But that's on my next report.
Looks good, man. Well, thank you very much, John.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Don't forget about. Paul said, don't forget about AllCon in Dallas in March. That's where Team BSG Viper will be there too. So that's coming up soon.
And John, our friend Marcelo Arias Espinoza in Chile is with us tonight.
Wow!
Thank you very much for watching. So we have South America and Canada and down under Australia. We have across the nation, the United States, from East Coast, West Coast, Pacific Northwest. We have our fans all over that are watching tonight, and we are very grateful. Yes, Kim, we are a hot mess. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we're having fun. John, your updates, of course, are very cool and appreciated. So, and John has been working on getting. We have a full calendar. It's now basically filled with various individuals coming on, authors, all different types of sci-fi and military sci-fi, etc. Authors coming on. We have a Doug Drexler, right? He's coming in. We have him scheduled. He's a modeler, special effects guy that's worked on a ton of sci-fi major motion pictures. So he's locked in, and we're grateful.
Did he do Second Coming?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also,
Chris, go ahead, John.
He worked on Defiance, and he also worked on Battlestar Galactica.
One of my favorites.
Yep, he worked on that and Battlestar Galactica, the new one.
Yeah.
So thanks to Chris Marshall for that. Gave us a contact. John reached out and locked that in. So we have a full calendar, all booked from now till I think it's May, right, John?
May.
Yeah. So we're doing really, really well in terms of our guest lineups. So thanks, guys. Tune in for that because we got a lot coming up. We're gonna have a real good time with that. So in the wings, we should have. I would assume, John. Do you know? I know that Bram is coming. Bram is coming in. Soon,
yes, he said he might be a little late, but he's on his way. He should be coming in now.
Yeah, no biggie.
Okay, cool. All right, that's not a problem.
When he gets here,
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. When he gets here, we'll bring him right back on. Yeah, Defiance. Imagine that. That's crazy.
I love Defiance.
So,
Al loves Defiance. I love Defiance. Al was my when we were working down in Georgia. Al was my one of the people that I would always watch bad movies with. So he remembers Hobo with a Shotgun. He remembers Rubber, and then
oh boy,
Wolf Cop.
You just messed him. You just converted him. Oh my God.
Wolf Cop was amazingly bad.
Our crew chief, one of our crew chiefs, Mike DeBruyne says, shout out to Station 11 limited series, post-apocalyptic story, very good stuff. Station 11. Did anybody see that?
Is that a comic or is that 11? A movie?
No, it's a series on TV. I reported on it. It's a post-apocalyptic series. I reported on it a couple months ago.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna tune in. I finished watching Lockwood and Co.
Yep, I finished
which was based on a bunch of books, and it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I felt it.
No, but it wasn't great.
It was too YA for me, young adult.
That's an HBO. The Station 11 is an HBO series, so if
that's why I haven't seen it.
All right, well, if crew chief Mike DeBruyne says it's good, then I'm definitely tuning in. So I'll be watching on that, and many B movie nights, Chris. Oh my God, Alfred,
we did a lot of B movies.
Excellent. All right, John.
We'd always meet up and say, okay, who's got someone would pick out the B movie. We'd sit down and watch it over at somebody's house. And it was like, okay, you win. That was the worst one.
Oh my God, you can't get that time back. You know that.
No, but it was amazing. It's good times.
Was it really? All right, cool, very cool. John, thank you very much as usual.
All right, guys.
We have to coordinate because there's some local events coming up, and see if you're free, and you and I will go out. We'll cover those. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That sounds good.
Right. Thanks, John.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
You too.
Let me drink some more oil. Pete, you're sipping it. Come on, Pete. Come on, take a good big swig there.
No.
Come on. Chicken.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I will not do that.
It's incredible. It's incredibly good.
It is, but I'm going to damage myself.
Nah, I don't think so.
Thanks, boy.
Thanks, John. Right. Here's to you, buddy.
Yes. Guys.
Right, Pete. Cheers to John. Come on, right. Pete. There you go, Pete. Sandbagger. He's just letting it touch his lip and his.
Oh my God!
I missed it. You gotta do it again.
Do it again. All right.
I gotta do it again, there, Pete. Yep. Come on, Faker. Mm-mm. If Pete's not done with that by the end of the show, he truly is a colonial. Definitely can't keep up with the.
Oh boy! Wow.
Commander Kane.
Why did you pick that? That is just
amazing. I mean, come on. Look at it. It's coconut.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Coconut.
It's coconut.
It says coconut on the label. There's nothing coconut about it, man.
Oh, no. It tastes like coconut to me.
Oof, man.
Oh, Deschutes Abyss. Yeah, that's some strong stuff. The name definitely warrants it.
John, this is. Here you go. Ready? There it is.
Oh, my
West.
God.
Yeah. Oof.
Doctor Strange refillable beer mug. Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
There you go.
Oof.
You wake up the next day and you feel like you were in an abyss.
14.3% alcohol.
Oh,
gee whiz.
It's funny how they put that. See how they printed it there on the corner? They didn't put it on the label. They have to print it with the rest of the stuff because it probably changes every so once in a while because it's inside the bourbon barrels.
Oh, yeah.
So there might be some stronger ones out there.
That's what you're going to look for every time you go looking for them.
Heck yeah.
See, which one? I wonder, is there one that has a little bit more alcohol
Pete's going to be like, why do we keep getting the coconut one when I make my beer deliveries to New York? Last beer delivery was filled up half my trunk.
That's right, Mike. This is potent, man. Whew. Anyway,
Pete.
Look at that. Yeah. Are you?
How
is
dark
that like
is?
Are you bragging? Is that what that
is?
is?
As dark as
it's
Cylon
like
Soul.
Oh God, that's tremendous.
That's good stuff.
Good God, I'm feeling it already.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ink. That's right, Mike. Ink. Oh my God. Woof.
This is what they oil the lube up the Vipers with. It's the same stuff.
Oh.
They lube up the Viper. Landing gear, and he's grease.
Syrupy, man. It's like liqueur. Oof.
Oh.
That's good stuff.
It's like that Molson Triple X beer that was really high potency, and you're drinking it like, oh, it's alcohol. This is alcohol beer.
But this tastes good. Like. I mean, Pete's giving it a bad name, but it does taste good. You can definitely taste the bourbon barrel in it, smokiness.
Yeah, you can.
You taste the coconut and
what about the
chocolate.
Yeah, a little bit of chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts. Well, look, Stranded Warrior time.
Yeah.
Chris,
Warrior. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, what do we got?
Hang on.
We're moving.
Uno momento, por favore.
We're moving the needle ever so slowly.
We're almost halfway. Come on, halfway.
Almost halfway. And we want to again thank everybody for supporting. We're getting there. We just ended up getting a supply of I think it's the green screen that
that's fine.
We pre-ordered. Yeah,
one of them. You've got the big one.
One of them. I got the big one.
I got the small one to play around with, just to make sure our lighting will work.
Yep.
So we're going cheap on the lighting.
Ricky, thanks for joining us live. Appreciate it. And we are actually going to talk a little bit about the Stranded Warrior tonight. We told you that we made at least one big announcement with the main cast, Mr. George Zouvelos, and of course Diana Durango, who's joined on. That's a major coup for us. And then we have George Kyriakopoulos, and we have our very own Tara Tiny Bean Tara is joining us as well on the cast. And we have a bunch of others supporting cast members that have joined us as well. So we're going to be doing another update with, I believe, another 3 or 4 actors that have come on board. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to start to look to get the actors in here and kind of give you their background and talk about they're not allowed to talk about their character. They did sign an NDA.
Yes, but they're
so
going
we
to
don't want to give away
we don't
want to give it away, but they'll be able to say that they'll have good with it. So
yeah.
We are at 3570 of 7500. That's we're pretty close.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the halfway, and we're not halfway through our time.
Nope, we're not even we're not halfway through. We got 6 days left. We hit half. So, but we've started buying things on credit cards.
Yes.
So we can make sure we get them, and I will pay them off if I have to.
We're working that out. Otherwise, we won't
the screens
have...
and everything else was listed farther down on our thing, but we knew we needed them, so that was part of the.
We got them.
Part of the government money that I got back. So thank you, government, for I'm sure the government thanks me for giving them too much money in taxes. But
that's one way to reuse and reinvest your tax returns.
So hey, when you get your tax returns back, that was just free money. Just throw it on over. Come on, you get a couple grand back. You can throw 1,000 this way.
Yeah.
Who needs to pay bills? You don't need to live indoors. You don't need to eat. There's grass outside. There's plenty of that stuff there.
Yes. TSW right now is a priority, and everything else is secondary. We have the location locked down. We'll be bringing in the actors. We got to feed them, of course. We have some major talent. If you guys look up some of the names on some of these,
look up one if you want. Who you want to look up?
It's just really cool.
Did we already show Diana? I think we showed Diana already.
I don't know. I don't think we did. You wanna bring up because we're gonna have each one of them are gonna spend a little bit of time talking to us about their background and what they're bringing to the production. Remember, everybody volunteered. Everyone that we approached with the help of George Zuvalos, everybody volunteered. So we have major talent that is coming on board to help out with this project, all volunteers. However, many of them have been in the industry for a while now and just are very interested in what we wrote. We're happy to tell you that everybody that's read the script are very happy with the story. And of course, this was designed to be a 2-parter.
Yep.
The first parter is what we're looking to film, of course, and present to you guys first, and then we'll see about the part 2. But the part 1 is really cool.
Yep.
It gives us that full backstory on Captain Martin.
Here you go. Here's Diana. This is Diana Durango. She plays the part of Eamon.
Yep.
And Eamon is the bad person. So she's going to be a evil person. She gets to use the knife.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
You go to the site and
that's enough. That's enough.
Yep.
That's enough. That's enough.
There's some photos. She's been in a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different things.
Yep. We recently got to actually work with her on Once a Week for Life.
Yep.
And she's a very talented, incredible actor, and we are very lucky to have her on board. She's looking forward to doing it, and like we said, we're going to have her come on and talk a little bit about her experience. And it'll be fun.
Figure we get all the actors as we get time and get them to just say a couple words about their past. And this is a fan film, but we're fueling it with real actors and real talent behind the real talent behind the lens, real talent in front of the lens. So
that's right. So this our CG, our computer graphics.
Oh my gosh, now that's
gurus.
talent. Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Davenport and Chris are actually just working on this stuff, and it is phenomenal. So you guys will see, right? And you've seen little clips.
Yeah.
There's been little clips here and there, and it's just incredible stuff. And
Yeah,
we're truly grateful.
And
it wouldn't be the same without them.
I've learned a lot just during this thing because, we went the correct route. We registered this with SAG-AFTRA, which is the union for actors and everything else. So we actually registered this as a micro budget. We actually did what do you call it? We've done insurance, which is like most people just like, we're gonna do a fan film and bring my cell phone out. No, yeah, we've got insurance. We've got professional cameras. So we're working on those. We haven't got that quite yet, but we're working on that. Lighting, green screens. It's a full production. This is it's exciting because even if it's a learning experience for us, for number one. Number two, it's exciting because this is a film by fans for fans. We're not making any money on this, so it is truly fan driven. So
it is, and we are lucky that our director of photography, George Giacomis, is an Emmy winner for his technical skills, and he's going to be supplying those to us. Long time sci-fi and Battlestar Galactica fans since we were growing up. So George and I happen to be first cousins, and without him, this wouldn't be the same, or who knows if it would be even
possible,
happening.
Probably.
Yeah. So he's in our corner and he's supporting, which makes a big difference. However, I think it's also important that you guys all know that Chris and I do have an experience in filming. Back in the day, I went to film school. I studied at School of Visual Arts. I've worked on my first film was in 2003, and my first feature-length motion picture was in 2004, and I was second AD on that picture. First one I did, I directed and wrote, and so we do have a lot of experience.
Yeah, we definitely
I've done some music videos, directed a epic music video for a band, a heavy metal band, and that got some recognition several years ago. I've done some other small TV stuff and radio and the like, but Chris also brings some expertise as well. Chris, you're a little modest about it, but you're going to be directing this, but you have experience in making and shooting film and the like. So this is not your
it's part of my job with Big Brother.
Your profession.
Yeah. Part of my job with Big Brother is to actually film, script, and light and audio and everything else for videos. For shorts, for training.
So you've been doing that for years. You've actually had experience with writing and with motion pictures before. So this is not your first rodeo. However, in terms of big picture, it is.
Oh yeah.
Right? So
the first time we've done something,
but not the first time.
Done something outside of work.
Yeah, but it's not the first time. You've written scripts before.
Oh, no.
You do that on a regular basis. It's not the first time you
working
get
on other
scripts.
I've got ideas.
Yeah.
I bounce stuff off Pete all the time, and Pete's like, "Are you writing this stuff down?" I said, "No, that's why I'm texting it to you."
So, guys, I just wanted to make sure that everybody out there that's watching
sorry,
us.
Sir. I didn't mean to. Okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to block you.
Previous leader. That's right. We just want to let everybody know in case there were any I don't know, questions or any concerns about what we're bringing to the table. We set get the story straight in terms of where we're coming from. The script is locked, guys. So we locked the script, and we're sticking to it.
Yep.
We're also going to
now comes all the paperwork, which is something I don't normally have to do. Non-disclosure agreements and actor
actors
agreements.
Yeah, these are all the extras that come with making
SAG-AFTRA
movies.
waivers. And I was like, holy crap. There is a ton of freaking paperwork that has to go along with
registrations. We had to register with SAG.
Yeah, we had to register with SAG and everything else. So it's it's been interesting on that part of it.
It sure is.
Normally, I'm just like, okay, I don't care because you work for us and you have to get a picture.
Somebody else takes it. Yeah,
you're going to get on video whether you like it or not. So,
well, we're going to bring we're going to put our best foot forward, guys. We're going to make this a showcase. We love this stuff as much as you do, and I think
we're making it for you guys.
Right, so it's the bottom line is we're gonna actually fuel the fleet a little bit with our labor of love. We're gonna showcase the talent, and remember, everybody, that this has a lot to do with the fact that Star Trek and Star Wars primarily are very well represented in terms of independent fan film productions, and Battlestar Galactica is not. So we want to put our own hat in the ring. We want to show that, we're also talented, that the Battlestar fans also can do some of this stuff, and show them where we come from, right? So fans of Battlestar Galactica have been just as much influenced in becoming writers and creative people and making things and doing a show like this. And it's our way to give back, and it's a little bit of entertainment for everybody else, and we get to show that we grew up to be something, and we're on the same scale as the Star Wars and Star Trek fans as well. So that's kind of like my take on it.
I believe so. I believe we could be even just as big or bigger than some of the Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, but it's just going to take a spark. Somebody has to fuel it, and somebody has to do something with it. So we're going to give it a hell of a shot to spark up the fandom. So
we are. And we also want to make sure that everybody takes into account that it takes a lot of work, and we're doing this as a team. And Mediocre Modeler
we've got tons of fans that are on the
hard
team
with us. So thank you. And if you haven't seen his latest that he put out, he's talking about
I was disappointed it wasn't an asbestos butt curtain.
He's getting ready for his local convention, and he's going to do his cosplay with his Mandalorian.
Yep. And he's been helping us out so much, he probably hasn't had time to play with it as much as he wanted to. So we really appreciate that part of it.
So we just want to make sure that we let everybody know that we really appreciate our prop master.
See, Lola said she's got her uniform on the way.
Wow. All right. That's cool. And remember, we're supposed to all meet up, guys, at Dragon Con this year. So don't forget.
Come on down to Dragon Con. We're gonna have the biggest Battlestar Galactica meetup that there has been.
Oh, we're gonna have such a good time doing that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We will celebrate. We will celebrate the anniversary, even if Dragon Con does not.
That's right.
Bring in the people.
That's
right. We've been trying to get Dragon Con to bring in the people, but that stuff we can't control.
As a matter of fact, Sarah Rush and Lorette Spang were at the Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's the Hollywood something or other. It's like an order. All it is they bring in celebrities and their tables set up, and you just go get autographs from celebrities. You go from one table to the next table, and you just get. That's all it is. There's nothing else at that con, and it's in Hollywood. And they were just there. I believe it was just this past weekend. It's been posted on Facebook. So that would have been really, really cool if we would have gotten a heads up. I don't know that we would have been able to go. However, if they did that again, for those of you not familiar with it, just check it out. And it's quite a show. They'll bring in, sometimes they're themed, and they bring in, Hollywood celebrities, and they just set up their tables, and you go from one to the other and just get autographs and a picture with, all our favorites. They particularly focus more or less on the older celebrities. I don't usually see a lot of the younger ones, so it's a lot of fun to watch them. They're on Facebook and the like. So if you guys get a chance, you'll just check that out. I'm hoping that one of these days we get to go.
And the great thing about those two is if you know, when you see them on there and they're doing stuff and they're still out there, and you write something, you know, a nice comment on their timeline or something like else, they get back to you a lot of the time. It's not like, man, a lot of the people are like, you know, you look at some of the, I don't want to say any names because I might make somebody angry, but some of the newer Battlestar Galactica people that you would reach out to and say something on their timeline or whatever else, they don't respond back because they don't usually watch it. Where I can say
they're busy, they're real busy doing other things.
I can say Lorette and Sarah are very responsive in some of the things that they do, and we've had Lorette on for Jack Stoffers. Right. Actually, we should probably look up where Stoffers.
No, let's look it up and see how well he's doing. I hope we wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully, he's getting better. That would be, you know, ideal. I know that a lot of us have sent out a little prayers, love, and some support his way, because Lorette that came on, you can look that up if you haven't seen it, guys. Lorette came on to talk about how there's a need after his hospitalization that would require above and beyond other expenses, and so they were hoping that that they would have you know, a means through the fans to help out with his care. Mike DeBrune, crew chief, says she had a fundraiser box for Jack on the table. That's right. Yep, we did. I did see that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So it looks like cool. Jack is up to 4. He got a couple more thousand since the last we looked at it. So
well, that's great then. That's really, really good. I'm glad to hear that, guys. Very good.
Yeah, he's up to 14.6 over 35,000. And last I talked to Lorette, she said he was headed home. So
that's great.
He was getting ready to head home, and even though she felt like he wasn't ready for it. But so
he's heading home.
They said, yep, time for him to go home. So
all right, Lisa Ann, thank you for joining us live on IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. We are segueing into the last last segment of the show. We're going to have Bran Stimson from USS Tiburon, but he's going to be coming on. Yeah. And we have, we're going to actually look at some of the Tipsy Toaster's
we can
collectibles.
Do that now if you want to.
Yeah. So there's a couple of cool things that he picked up.
Where's yours at?
Rejuvenate.
Where's yours at, Pete?
Rejuvenate.
Pete. Good Lord, Pete. Colonials.
Oof, man, I'm telling you, it tastes like liqueur.
Well, it's so thick it sticks to the bottom.
Oh my God! Wow, it should be served in little glasses like this, no bigger than that.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to switch over.
Oh boy, oh that's awesome. Yes, solid lady. That's right, Mike. Yeah, we are. We're looking forward to some of the local cons that are going to be coming up, including Awesome Con in terms of our participation. So we are locked in for Awesome Con in DC, and we're going to be doing the non-sports card convention as well.
You got me?
Outside of Philly. Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
And we're also going to be going to Dragon Con and New York Comic Con, and there's a couple of other smaller ones. As a matter of fact, there's one in Long Island that we're probably going to go to, a Star Trek convention coming up in the early part of the summer. So I think I'll be going out there with John One. So, what do you got there, buddy?
I'm just staring in the mirror. Marin's eyes. For those who don't know, I have.
Don't shout.
Marin in front of me at all times. Very large. Very large picture of Marin. That's huge. It's on this wall over here in front of me.
Oh my God!
And she's got that look. Oh my gosh, the dimples. Oh, Marin's just beautiful.
Oh my
Marin,
God.
if you're out there, you've got to reach out to us, please.
Stop shouting. Stop shouting. Joe Mantello.
Please.
Joe, thank you for watching live. We're going to look at some of the Tipsy Toasters collection, and there he is. He's got his camera on it. So
this is something I just recently got. I've been waiting for a while to get it. It was funny. I went to Amazon, bought it on Amazon.
Yeah.
A month and a half later, they still haven't sent it, and they canceled it.
What?
So I finally found another one and was able to get that one shipped here. So I finally have the Automan, the complete series. So now I have Automan,
wow.
And I also have Manimal. So I haven't even opened this
Let me
one
ask
yet.
you something. Before you open that up, I have a quick question.
Sure.
Mediocre Modeler had shipped you something. So when you said all this shipping and stuff,
I'm not at that location yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. So because
I will be going to that location tomorrow.
Yeah, he shipped some props to you, so
yes.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yep. As long as it didn't kill anybody en route, it will be at the house, I hope.
Because it's cursed.
It's cursed.
Oh boy! All right.
So I haven't opened this up yet. I'm sure there's nothing inside other than some DVDs, but it's nice. This has got all 13 episodes.
Yeah.
This has the Automan feature, the story of Automan, the original cast and crew biographies, collectibles gallery, and stills gallery, and of course the Manimal trailer. But if you get a chance on YouTube, there is a kind of like the making of Manimal. Automan.
Automan. It's really good.
And Walter talks about it, and it's
yeah.
it's really good. So let's open this up.
Chris, Rob wants to know: are you going to get Cover Up and Masquerade also?
Cover Up and Masquerade also. How come I got lost?
Other two shows, man.
Oh no, I don't have those. Well, I'm actually looking for BJ and the Bear.
Interesting. Are you going to binge watch this?
Oh yeah. This is going with me to the next location I'm going to.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. It's got an episode guide. Let's see what that is. It's not very big, but cool. And if you had a chance to talk to us last time, or watch one of our last shows where we actually reviewed Automan, they talk about how they did this. This is prior to green screen. This is movie screen, like the screen you watch a movie on, and they sewed it to his uniform and had those little glass beads in it, and then they just overexposed the video so all the white would really jump out, and then they just replaced white with the stars, and that's how they made that. So it was really kind of cool. So this is neat. This is 13 episodes, so I'm definitely going to be watching that. That's about all there is to it on this one. It's got the... How many DVDs is it?
Probably just... Oh, it's two?
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 DVDs. Oh, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
4. Okay, that's cool.
Just 2. Hang on, I'm going to put this back in order. Not that it matters. I'll figure it out. I'm going to be torturing my daughter here next week because I'm going to be with my daughter all week next week, and this will be coming with me to watch during that time frame.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was just something I figured get, and I love it. Gwyn Larson Productions. Come on, focus.
Mike DeBrune says, I need the same special effect to get six-pack abs.
Loan you my green screen t-shirt.
Hey, Colin, what's up, man? So, Paul says BJ and the Bear is like 2 seasons, yet no media in the market.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
hey, Martin.
Seasons. This was
thanks
one
for
season.
joining us.
This was one season.
Martin Mazer is with us.
Hey, that rings a bell. I know.
And let's see. Push the center button to remove the DVDs better. Is what Colin says.
No, just rip them out. I was pushing the center. I was pushing the center on the corner. Push the center in the corner. That's what I did.
All right.
That way I scratch them. That way I scratch them up really good, and then I have to use pledge.
You can just ruin them.
No, what I do now is so I have a external recorder or external hard drive for it's at 38 terabytes.
Okay,
So
I don't want to hear.
I drop all of my videos onto that and watch them that way.
Well, they should never be doing that. Okay.
So next thing, so we had talked about the other day, we had actually gotten the non-sports almanac.
Yeah.
So during my look through the non-sport almanac, I found a couple of
catalog.
sets. Yeah, it's a catalog.
Catalog to buy more.
Yeah. I found stuff that I was like, I didn't know that existed, so I had to go find it. And of course, you can find most of this stuff on eBay half the time. And sometimes it's cheap and sometimes it's not. But this will tell you how much it's worth if you do go to eBay and make a decision from there. But one of the things I found in here was one of my favorite shows, another Glenn Larson production. Glenn Larson production.
Of course.
And that was
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI.
Yay.
That's hard to see, so I'm going to grab that up.
It's all blurry. There we go. He's just sleeping.
So,
what the hell?
And you look at some of these cards, you're like, why? Why did you put that card as number one?
Oh my God, that's so stupid.
That's card number one.
How dumb.
And then of course they got stuff on the back.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that. Watch cartoons.
Yeah.
And then the phone rang. Oh my God, that's funny.
So, this is like storyline number 1 of 22. And I love Magnum PI. It was I like the narration style that it did. So, and these are really nice photos. We'll kind of go through these. I'll zip through these quickly. We can't go through the whole stack tonight, but we'll go through a couple. And there's Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins.
And unfortunately, he's passed on by now. But,
yeah. That we were supposed to be fighting crime. Get yourself over here fast. We've got some important business.
Yeah.
Yes, because Magnum is a private investigator.
Right. And of course, she was really one of the sex symbols of the day.
Right. And he plays a former Navy SEAL.
Yep. Which the remake is back out, and I just watched the most recent episode. They have another. They saved it, and it is good. I really do like Hernandez as Magnum PI. He's a little shorter.
Cool.
A lot shorter.
Oh boy, look at that.
Jay Hernandez is much shorter than the regular Magnum PI, but.
Hey, Scott, what's up? Thanks for joining us. We're going over old-time Magnum PI cards because it's a Glenn Larson production.
Yeah, and I don't even know why they even picked a Ferrari because I don't think he ever fit in that Ferrari. He was so tall, his head stuck out the roof.
Yeah.
More Higgins.
Okay, so Mediocre Modeler says, sign of a true collector, flip the cards over so they stay in order.
Yep. Not only do they stay in order, but they're staying right side up.
Yeah.
So there's another good one.
Then
zip through these. More Higgins. One of the things I did notice about these older cards is some of them are duplicates, meaning. So I don't know if we'll find it. I'll have to find them in a minute. But some of these pictures. So this is card number 9.
Okay.
Like 20 cards later is the same picture, but it's a different number. So we'll zip through these. Funny. That just doesn't look right.
What the heck? What the heck?
Yeah.
It was a good show, man.
It was a really good show. I remember
it was a good show.
And you can actually catch it on Netflix, I think, still.
Now, do you remember whether or not, I can't quite remember, was Higgins really the owner? It was him, right? He was the owner of the place?
Mm-hmm. No, he was the, somebody will remind me. He was the person that keeps control of it. Robin Masters is the owner of the place.
But didn't he end up being Robin Masters?
Wow, I don't know.
I thought he was. Hey, Don, thanks for joining us. We're just going through some of the Magnum PI cards before we do our Star Trek update with Bran Stimson, who is waiting to come on.
Cool.
Yep. Oh, and come with the Magnum bubblegum. Did you eat the bubblegum?
No, I didn't eat the bubblegum. I did that once. I'm not doing it again. So, what was it? Do some of these real quick.
Robin Master, that's right. Higgins was the caretaker.
Yep.
Yeah, but Fran.
But they called it something else. They called him something Dumont or.
Yeah, but did he end up being Robin Master or not? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Robert Pine of Chips played his father. The episode Home from the Sea, where Magnum is lost at sea. Robin Masters turned out to be Higgins, if I recall. Thank you, Robert Baum. Awesome. No bubble gum comes with the mustache. Yeah, but we have bubble gum.
This should look familiar for you Battlestar fans.
That's right. Minetti. There he is. We Major Domo. Yes, Minetti, that we had a quick soundbite from way back when we first started.
You should reach out to him again, see if he's interested in
talking. No, we should try to, that'd be great, have him come on.
He's had a stroke, so he does slur a little bit.
Yeah, Giles, that's right. So, it'd be really cool if we could get him to come on. You should reach out. That'd be cool. Rick.
Cool photos.
Yeah.
Rick was, And then the guy that plays Rick in the new series does a really good job.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Yeah, I got to check it out. I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched the new series? No. Oh, my gosh, it's really good.
No.
This is one of the cards I say is duplicated. We'll find another one in here in a minute. That one's duplicated, so hang on.
Why don't we jump ahead a little bit and we
see?
Wow, there's a lot of cards. There it is. What? That's cheap. Dude, that is really, really cheap. It seems that you might be able to make a poster from the back.
Yes. You can make a poster from the back.
That's cheap, man. No way.
Yep.
See, that's
32 and 42 are the exact same photo.
Put it up. Where did you hear that Minetti had a stroke? TC is no longer with us either. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, when we talked to him on the thing, you can tell he's had a stroke the way he slurs his words.
Yeah. Wow.
So I gotta keep these in order. 33. Yeah.
You can play with those later, man.
32, 33. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, there's it's the picture that goes on the back is Magnum PI, and it's him.
You think?
Look at the mustache. Classic mustache. Love the mustache.
Classic. Yep.
Pick that up. What number is that one?
Yeah, I think he drank the coconut beer. Somebody did, because I'm like, wow.
30,
do not put it together 31. Now, man.
What? We can't put it together now? Oh.
No, let's get the Star Trek update, man. Come on.
All right. So hopefully I'm back in order again, right?
You probably not, but that's okay. You'll be fine. Nothing will happen to you.
There's the famous photo.
Hold on. There you go. There's the look. And the shirt. That's right.
Yep. I actually have that shirt.
Helicopter headset on his ears. Yeah.
I actually have that shirt. I bought one shirt just like it.
Just like it, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's Magnum PI, right? Glenn Larson production. Really, really cool. And there you go. So we're getting ready to prep for our Star Trek update. There's a lot going on. Picard, of course, just started, and I got to do that sneak peek. I want to hear what Bran has to say. Hey, Bran, what's up?
There we go. Now we're right.
There we go.
Give me a second, Bran.
No, look at that. He's got local memory allocation. He's got a nice screen up.
Go ahead and help to turn off the mute, right? I mean, you're watching the screen.
Fantastic. There we go. Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Is the ON OFF switch in the ON position?
Yeah. It is now.
Bran, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Really jealous that you got to go to the premiere, so don't tell me about it because I might have to fly to New York and smack you around a little bit because that is so cool. How many did you see? Just the first two, or how many?
No, just the first one.
This year? Oh, just the first one, because I know somebody who went
tonight's the second one.
The California showing, and they got to see the first two.
Oh wow! No, we did the first, but the discussion panel afterwards was phenomenal, Bran. I heard him say things that they had never said before, or at least in my opinion, at any con or anything else. So it was a pretty intimate moment, and they recorded it for a podcast So there's some official Star Trek podcast that they're gonna, that'll be on or whatever. But it was phenomenal. If you haven't watched it, it's a great episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't finished today's episode because work. So
what?
I got in the way. I took last Thursday off. I'll admit it, just so I could watch it about 5 or 6 times because I knew that my crew is going to ask me questions and I had to be up on it. But yeah, so far, season 3 of Picard is like your TNG wet dream, I suppose, right? Because
oh yeah,
but it's the last.
It's everybody
season.
back.
I hate when they say that. This is the last season. I'm like,
season.
Really? Why do you got to do that to us?
I don't think there's going to be more show. There is rumor about another movie that they would move into, and a continuation of the characters that we meet in the show. So I'll have to see if that actually ends up happening. But that's what Terry Matalas, the showrunner and producer, is kind of teasing out there all the time.
I miss the the captain of the what the hell's his name?
Oh, Rios.
Yeah, I miss Rios.
Yeah, I miss Rios too. One of my favorite characters in the first 2 seasons. But we get the next gen crew back, so you can't really complain, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have them all back in the house. But yeah, I mean, Picard season 3 is kind of where all the Star Trek news is. No matter which way you go on it, or which way you already start your theories about who's feeding Raffi intel and who's the bad guy and what they're doing. And I mean, if you haven't watched it, go watch it because there's no
it's
reason
good
not to.
It is worthy. Absolutely it is.
So I mean,
just
that's
a bunch of old guys
right?
flying around in a starship. Hey, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean that sounds familiar from a few different shows, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, one you guys might like more than others, but you never know anymore, right? But yeah, that's the big news. That's the big thing. We're all waiting for season 2 of Strange New Worlds to come out, which I think comes out after Picard is over. New seasons of Prodigy, new seasons of Lower Decks. There's a crossover between Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds coming.
Really?
Yeah. The cartoons become real life, and the real life become cartoons.
Oh, so that'll be cool.
Be pretty fun.
That'll be cool.
That should be fun.
I love Lower Decks.
Boimler, Lower Decks is really awesome. Boimler and Mariner are going to become they're going to play their actual characters in real life, and Anson Mount, who plays Captain Pike, is going to be animated. That's
oh my god,
I guess
that's so cool.
And that sounds really, really cool. And from everybody saying it was a lot of fun to film, so that should be really good too. I mean, Picard season 3, right? You just got to keep talking about it. I got up early so I could start watching it, and didn't get up early enough to finish the episode before I had to go to work. So I'm waiting to finish that.
That work thing always gets in the way of fun.
It is. It gets in the way, but you can't buy your Automan DVDs and your Magnum PI cards without money. So you kind of need that money to make that happen.
Yeah, that's that living indoors and eating thing.
Yeah, that's another. Or buying all these costumes that I buy way too many of.
I like the backdrop though, by the way. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Had to fix that up. I actually use that for a whole bunch of different reasons at work. But I was like, oh hey, I can throw the screensaver up there and it'll be a cool backdrop.
Absolutely.
So that's what I did. But I mean, everything's going great here.
Tracy Miller has joined us, Bran. So I just wanted to throw out a shout out.
Well, hi Tracy. Cool. My dog has joined us too, but he can't come on.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, my Daggett isn't here. But anyway, so things are going great. We're getting ready on the Tiburon here in Denver to start up our con season. We already had one appearance this past weekend at a museum here in Denver where we played the Artemis Bridge Simulator and raised money for that museum. That was a lot of fun with the Triples for Charity. We got a lot of stuff on the books, looking to get into our Fan Expo Denver, where we met you guys a couple of years ago. So hopefully we'll get back into that. And just, out there raising money, having fun. And
more Tribbles?
More Tribbles. Yeah, way too many Tribbles. We have about 200 left over from last year, so we got to make 250 more, I think, is on the docket. So somewhere like that anyway. And we got to get working on that, that's for sure. But we do Tribbles for Charity, and that's where we make all those little fuzzballs. If you don't know what a Tribble is, Google it. They're little fuzzballs, and we sell those, and money goes to charity. And you get a little care book, and you get an adoption certificate. So that's the fun part. And you get a cute little tribble, and you help charity at the same time, and you get something out of it. And you're having fun at whatever event it is. So we always go in costume. Think of the Tiburon and Starfleet, which is our parent organization, as the Star Trek version of the 501st. That's the best way to think about it. We're out there doing good, trying to raise money, and just having fun with Star Trek. I mean, with 5 different shows on right now and a movie in the works supposedly again. Star Trek is everywhere. You can't really
I don't remember hearing about the movie.
We keep having the Star Trek 4 rumor happen. It's had like 2 or 3 directors, and they've had to drop out for various reasons. But I have a feeling that after season 3 of Picard, we will probably hear that somehow that is going to move into a movie, whether that's the JJ or the Kelvinverse, as it's called, moving into the next gen era. That's what I've seen a lot of rumors about, but that could just be people having fun. Or we're going to see the next gen crew actually make another movie to kind of wrap up their run, right? I mean, that's kind of what we got right now with Picard season 3. It's a 10-hour feature film. That's how they filmed it. That's how it feels. So hopefully that storyline keeps going really good. Doesn't get all kind of silly, but we'll see. I don't have too many complaints about episode 1. But I'm not the huge nitpicker Trekkie that some are. But that's what that is, right? So.
I found it funny that it was a spoiler alert. If anybody has not watched it yet, go ahead and turn down your volume until I wave again. One of the things I found was really interesting was that the marriage was on the rocks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I haven't seen that part of this episode, so I'm waving. Stop spoiling.
Okay, wave back now. We're good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, I watched some of the interviews with the crew, and one of the biggest complaints that everybody has was, they made Worf into a pacifist because he makes the comment that he's a pacifist now, except for he's got the giant sword on his back. Right. So that's like carrying the gun. Oh, I don't believe in guns, but here's a big gun in my hand. So I don't know.
Boy.
Michael Dorn was on an interview and said it was a joke. So, I'm sure we'll see Worf doing his thing soon. Hopefully, anyway, because I haven't finished the episode.
I'm sure it'll be a comedic moment they can twist. I thought you were supposed to be a pacifist. Oh well, I changed my mind or something.
Yeah, probably.
They'll do something there.
Bran,
that's the cool
I want to pivot just a little bit. I happen to run into this by accident. I happen to consider myself a very big Star Trek fan. I was not aware that this series came out. It's called The Center Seat, 55 Years of Star Trek. I started watching, I started binging it. I had to stop because I had to go to sleep at some point. And so I only watched half of it.
Overrated.
See, once again,
exactly.
Work, sleep, these things just get in the way.
Yeah, man.
They do.
They get in the way. It's really, really, really good. As a matter of fact, Sandy Gimpel, I think it's properly pronounced, who was a major stunt woman in the original, was interviewed in it, and we had her on the show last week. But I was just totally blown away by the first 3. I watched the first 3 and then jumped ahead and watched the 4th. And so I'm going to go back and watch all of it. It's called The Center Seat, 55 Years of Star Trek. And it's 2021 to 2022, 46-minute each. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I didn't know that this was out. So I don't know, Bran, did you get a chance to watch any of these?
I watched it back when it first came out, but I haven't rewatched it since then. It did come out kind of quietly, I guess.
Yeah,
it was.
I don't know what that's about.
It was a big announcement, like through the Smithsonian stuff, because I know there's some stuff about that in there. But it didn't. It came out during COVID, and I think that was one of the reasons why it didn't get the big push. But Star Trek documentaries usually don't. So,
hey Pete, what channel?
But no, it's a really good. is that Netflix or?
Yes.
Netflix.
And what a shame, though. It really is, because it's phenomenal. It's all background on how the series, all the series, right? It goes through all of them. It covers Lucy. It starts out with Lucy, and it really outlines the backstory to how Lucy really is the reason for Star Trek to exist, right? And it's usually kind of glossed over. Everybody kind of tongue in cheek. And in this documentary, they really did it right, and they explain exactly that she used. There's a fund that her studio had for like in-house funding of their own stuff, discretionary funding. She used her own discretionary funding to actually have Star Trek made. So if it wasn't for that, her direct sign off, her monies, their discretionary funds, it would not exist. And I didn't know that. It's like I didn't really know the backstory to Lucy. It's just like everybody, Desilu, whatever. I thought it was phenomenal. So
yeah, if it wasn't for I Love Lucy and that whole studio, the show never would have started, and then we wouldn't be here today. I guess 57 years later we're hitting.
Yeah, just about. Yeah,
which is with a minor break. I mean, there's not a lot of TV shows, actually, besides Doctor Who and some of the British shows. There's not a lot of long-running TV shows like that just constantly have been there. Big break between Enterprise and Discovery, obviously. I think 12 or 15 years.
Something
like
12.
That. But besides that, it's always been out there. Enterprise has some. I was just actually watching a little documentary that was on YouTube somewhere, where the cast got back together, including Jolene, who doesn't do a lot of stuff anymore because she's kind of gone private with her family and stuff, and that's cool. Yeah, who played T'Pol, but she was there, and they were talking about the show and how they were hoping that things would happen, and it didn't happen, and then of course UPN was really the big problem because that TV station didn't do good, and I mean that was when everybody was trying to launch their own TV stations, and UPN was like, no, we're done because we can't get funding for anything, and it was a network show, right? Enterprise was the only, well, until I guess now shows, but that's streaming, but the only network show. It was only on UPN. You couldn't see it on syndication everywhere, and I think that really hurt Enterprise. And they tried to change the whole thing, right? It's not Star Trek Enterprise when it first came out. It's just Enterprise. Because they were trying to beef it up, I guess, for a new audience. And I think that kind of failed. And then by the time they got that ship on the course that I think made the show awesome, 9/11 happened. So that changed a bunch of direction. That's why you got that whole Xindi arc. So they could kind of address what happened there. And then the show Manny Kodo came on as a producer and started, okay, we need to make this fit the rest of it, and then by that point it was a day late and $1 short, I guess. But it's really cool if you watch like any of the shows. Like it's kind of cool. There's a bunch of documentaries. What We Leave Behind, which is the Deep Space Nine documentary that's on Netflix. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Really good.
And tear jerking because Aaron Eisenberg, who's passed away now, who played Nog, gives a heart wrenching conversation about his character and how that character and that whole family of crew kind of changed his life and stuff. And it's just cool because you get that on every series. The Next Gen crew is their family. You watch them on any of their interviews and they're family. They're all that way, even with, Avery Brooks, who's an awesome actor, but a little out there. But that's cool. That's his own thing. But they're all family. They all love each other and they all love to get together. I mean, there's a Star Trek cruise happening tomorrow. I think it leaves tomorrow from California, I think this time somewhere, LA. And there's a bunch of actors on that. The Las Vegas convention, 57-year mission, which is Creation Conventions, used to be the official convention. That's coming out in August. The official convention this year got canceled. So that should be interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's still cool to get these guys together and see them all and see the new people. We got a lot of new people coming out. I mean, the captain of the Titan A, I just love Shaw. If you haven't watched it, gosh, you really need to go watch it. because he's not your normal Starfleet captain. And
he's a dick.
Hey, easy. So, interestingly enough, I was watching the animated Star Trek, and
Prodigy?
earlier this week. No, the original.
No, the first one, the 74.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's in one of, I think it's episode 4 or 5, they actually mentioned the Xindi. And I was like, what? So they pulled from, the Xindi we thought watching Enterprise without, it's just, we thought they created that out of nowhere, but in fact they didn't. And I just blew me away. By the way, just for the record, the Center Seat 55 Years of Star Trek is 11 episodes, and I highly recommend it for anyone that's a Star Trek fan or into sci-fi. By the way, Colin says a friend of mine's mother used to date William Shatner in Canada before he became famous, and he names her. Joanne Graham actually dated him. So that's interesting. Colin, thank you for sharing that little tidbit.
Joan.
You guys ever do a Star Trek cruise? I never did a Star Trek cruise, but I went to a lot of creation conventions because creation was based in New York City. So I went to, for maybe 15 years, I went to creation every year. So I got to meet a lot of the Star Trek actors and then some. So, but then they moved out west to bigger and better things. And then they do the cruise brand. We're having here in New York, there's going to be a smaller Star Trek convention this summer. And they have a very good representation of various actors, including at least one from the original show. So I'm intrigued, and so I'm probably going to attend. I'll keep you posted.
Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I like the smaller ones. I mean, going to the big one in Vegas or the Star Trek cruise. I've never made it to the cruise either. The only problem with the Star Trek cruise is you got to book it 3 years in advance to get a room. They're not cheap,
really?
But I do. Yeah, it's sold out. Like next year's is already almost sold out.
Wow.
Wow.
I do have friends that go on them. They've recommended 100 times that I go, but I just haven't made that work. Someday, I've gone to the Las Vegas convention a bunch of times.
Oh, cool.
It's huge. It's all Star Trek. So take like a Fan Expo or a Wizard Con, which I guess is gone now. That's Fan Expo. And just focus it all on Star Trek. And that's pretty much the Vegas convention. Now, this year, they do have a bunch of Orville actors coming, which me and my friends call season 3 of Orville, Star Trek Orville, because that's what he wanted to do in the first place, but Paramount told him no. So we got Orville and we got Star Trek. So cool. And
I like Orville.
But yeah, I mean, the cruise I hear is phenomenal. It's a whole different experience than a legitimate convention because it's 24/7. You can't really get away from the fans or the actors. Like there's goat yoga with Mary. Oh, I just forgot her last name. The mother of Klingons. God.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's karaoke and there's a ton of stuff. I know everybody has fun doing it. So
my coworker was also is a Star Trek fan. Warren Radis, he and his wife had gone on a couple of cruises, and he shared some stories and his pictures, and he also highly recommends for those of us that are Star Trek fans and are able to go. But I didn't realize that they were selling out, like you said, and I have not gone to Vegas.
It's almost a year in advance.
Wow.
Oh, you got to go to Vegas.
One of these days, got to go to Vegas. Are you planning on doing any of them? Maybe we'll make it a
I'm going to Vegas this year. We've got our hotel room. I should be actually buying my tickets this weekend, I think. We got a whole bunch of the crew going. I think we got 8 of the crew going from Denver over to Las Vegas to hang out and have fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
When is that?
It is August 2nd. I think it's August 2nd. Oh gosh, now I don't remember. Yeah, put me on the spot.
That's too close to Dragon Con for comfort, but maybe the following year. Brand,
3 through the 6th. 3 through the 6th. Yeah, it's usually it's a little earlier this year than normal. It's usually mid-August, so now it's early August, so we can melt more. That's great.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a dry heat.
It's like, I mean, it is, but and you don't leave. I mean, I barely leave the hotel nowadays because it's all Star Trek, and then it's go home, go sleep, or go back to the room and eat somewhere for way too much money because it's Vegas, right?
Right, of course.
But that's what we do. So yeah, we go up there, and we're planning on doing Fan Expo again this year. I just got contacted by this today, as a matter of fact, to start negotiating that appearance again. Cool. So we're hoping to get back to that. That's a big show here in Denver. So.
Oh, it is. It is. We'd actually proposed. We pitched that they also include some Battlestar Galactica. It didn't play out too well, but they were interested. I mean, they didn't say no, right? They didn't just.
Why is it so hard to sell these cons on cheap people? I mean, come on, those guys would be cheap.
I think it's more to do with. I don't know. You know, that's
money
a good
they
question
can make
because,
off the person.
Yeah, probably what it is, right? I mean, to be honest, the organizers of Fan Expo have been really good to us. In the 3 years we've been there, we did the special one in October and then the full one, which was the same size. Later that next summer, I guess. And then of course this is the first one that didn't have the special one. So this is the third one. But they've been really good. They're much more organized than other conventions that I've worked with. And they listen more. And I think they understand the fans like the community stuff. We had the 501st. Well, I shouldn't say that. So up in Fort Collins is a group called, I believe it's Faraway Creations. They've made stuff for like Mandalorian and stuff. They're a prop builder. They had a full size Bantha at Fan Expo. It is awesome. You got to look it up. It's on YouTube. Carl and his team. I wish they were more Star Trek fans so we could make some more Star Trek stuff. But we have talked to them about making stuff. We are working. The Tiburon is working on a captain's chair from Captain Kirk's time, the original. So that's in the fundraising stage for our group right now. So hopefully we have that for next year. We have the plans and everything. So it's just a matter of money and space. Space is really the biggest problem. Not the final frontier, but the storage kind.
Brand, gotta look. It's hard to actually describe the fun that we had when we ran into you, and you and your crew were really, really cool. Embraced everybody that's there with open arms, including us, and it made a difference. You know, you guys plus the others, but since we're talking about your group specifically right now, I just want to let you know again that it makes a difference. And you do your charity stuff with the tribbles, and you have your setup, and it's open so that any and everyone can take pictures, right? And you're there with your crew, and it's fantastic. It's a really cool setup. And I remember it's nothing but fond memories of the show and you guys and everything that you did. And we're grateful that you take the time out to come on IFB and do the updates with us. And we look forward to meeting up with you again at some future convention. So you got to keep us posted. All of these things that you're doing. What is the website that that you guys run for your charity?
Our website is usstiburon.org. We have a shop on the website, so you can just go there and, look at all the tribbles. I think it's outdated at the moment because I haven't got off my, lazy button updated, to be honest. We're going to have some new tribble colors this year, as a matter of fact. Don't want to tell you about it yet because it's a surprise. Our crew voted on a new color, and hopefully we'll get some of that fabric in soon to get it going. But we try to change it up all the time, so it's not the same ones. Hey, I recognize that website.
Cool.
And, we try to put our appearances about 3/4 of the way down the page. I think it's outdated at the moment because we're a little slow in the winter. I mean, it's like -5 here today. Right there.
Brand, you gotta, please, next time you come up again, definitely bring some of the triples with you. Bring them with you. We want to make sure that we always push that. That's very important. Your charity work. We want to make sure that everybody gets to see that, and we want to support that. You guys do a really, really cool job, and we want to make sure that we appreciate you taking the time out and representing and coming on and supporting IFB in your way. And we are big Star Trek fans, and we do appreciate it.
Well, no, thank you guys. I appreciate that greatly. Running into you guys at Fan Expo was awesome. And everything since then has been great. I mean, watching you guys play with Battlestar and your fan film stuff, that's pretty cool. I mean, that sounds like a heck of a lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And wish you guys the best of luck, and anything we can do, let us know across country. But, we'll do what we can to help you guys out, and always have fun coming on. I know every once in a while we run into a problem, but that's usually on me, not on you guys, but we make it work.
Yeah.
And
we make it work. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all about the fun, and like I said, appreciate it. It's always great to have someone on your caliber that's bringing the news and the the energy representing Star Trek. So it makes a difference.
It gives me a reason to wear uniforms during the week. So
yeah, it's cool, man.
Love it. This is the brand new one that just came in. So had to put it on. Just got it yesterday, as a matter of fact. So
okay, can you want to show it off?
Well, sure. This is the Strange New Worlds Monster Maroon variant. So Star Trek 2 through 6 had what we call the Monster Maroon. In the last episode of season 1 of Strange New Worlds, a future version of Captain Pike, now an admiral, shows up. I'm missing some pins, so those people, the camera's backwards, missing some pins, so nobody yell at me. But so this is the can I stand up? Yeah, I can stand up. My camera's probably going to freak out, but I've got the belt and the whole 9 yards. You got the rank things, the undershirt. This is a pretty cool one that I got from a Chinese manufacturer that I buy most of my costumes from. And it's really nice. It's really accurate to the show. There's a few things, obviously, but it's really well. It's got all the printing of the deltas, which of course is now big with the new series, which is horrible for us costume people. Because it's all printed, but it's really cool. That's really well made, and it's hot. So I'm not cold right now. So thanks, guys, for that. I mean, I think it's 8 degrees outside. Oh, it's 5 degrees outside. So I'm definitely not. I'm going to go outside in a minute and cool off. But yeah, so no, I appreciate you guys immensely. I mean, Battlestar is a great show. I can't watch the original anymore. I bought the DVD set. I have a 4K TV. I have the Cylon Head DVD set, and just watching the Vipers go across, and you can see all this, the cutouts and stuff on 4K TV. And it's like, oh, I can't watch this. You're ruining my childhood. But it was a great show, and I like the new one too. And so we'll see where that show goes, because I know they keep talking about rebooting that one again too. So
yeah.
When Star Trek keep coming back with 50 different innovations, you never know what's going to happen to the rest of them, right?
Yeah, this is
they're going to cross Star Trek and Battlestar one day, and they're like, oh wow,
yeah, cool. Right.
Enterprise is going to win that one. I'm just saying. It's called Shields. It's called Shields, not blast doors. But
that's right. Oh boy. Well, Brand, as usual, we have a great time having you on board. Thank you, and we look forward to the next one. And so remember 2 things, Brand. One is you're going to bring the tribbles, and 2, please do not hesitate to, if which you usually do is you usually put on one of the uniforms. We all like that stuff. So let's not forget to take advantage of that. So if you have it on, I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about it and your tribbles. So we want to incorporate that as part of the segment. All right, cool.
They're
yeah,
everywhere.
and if you have it, and if you're in uniform, let's do it. I want to actually talk about that too. I like that, just like everybody else.
All right. Well, absolutely, guys. We'll see you soon. Hopefully sooner than later.
That works.
Down to a different drink
Brand,
now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
I'm going to make Pete's drink, damn it. Oh, my God, Pete. Jesus. Look at the little bit of it. Oh, my gosh, Pete. Really? Oh, you're going to dump that after we get off.
Oh, boy. No, I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it in a fridge. Unfortunately, it's not like 3 degrees like it is in
you just put it outside here in Denver. Yeah. Denver, yeah. We got a cold snap. It's gonna be 50 tomorrow, so it comes back. But that's what I like about Denver.
In about an hour.
Over New York, where snow in New York falls today and is there in August.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. From New Jersey, so I know how that works.
All right.
Thank
you
Brad.
so much.
Take care. And stay safe,
night,
buddy.
guys.
Thank you very
Live long
much.
and prosper. Have a good
Live
night.
long and prosper. All right, man. Chinese costume suppliers. If they attack Taiwan, all U.S. cosplayers will be naked. Yeah, Mike. That might be very close to reality.
I just picked up John Jackson Miller's new book.
Oh, did you? Which one? What is that about?
Strange New Worlds.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah. I saw. Yeah. He had it up on his social media feed. That's right. Well, look, right there. I am looking forward to. Yes, I did see that.
I just picked up the audiobook, so I pre-ordered it, so it just came in. I'm finishing the Hot Gates right now, or not the Hot Gates. Gates of Fire.
Gates of Fire. Okay.
Yeah,
very interesting. Good
book. Very good.
Excellent.
Book about the Spartans. And...
Vicky, thank you for joining us live. We're wrapping up the show tonight, and this has been Interfleet Broadcasting, catching up with both our Star Wars aficionados and our Star Trek as well. And then we had our very own John 1. We did talk about the Stranded Warrior is our own production that we are currently funding and working on the logistics of, which will be filmed in May. So remember, guys, let's put this out one more time. If any of you are in the tri-state area, New York City is where we're going to be filming, and we can use a few more colonial warriors, classic colonial warriors. Yes, let us know, because we're going to be featured background actors, right? So you'll be featured in a briefing of sorts. Yes, we will feed you. The highlight of the week. Thanks, guys. Fran, thank you for tuning in, man. That's going to be great. We love having you on. Fran, super fan Fran, you are awesome. And John, of course, was on with us. And we're looking forward to the next time. And we will watch for announcements, right? We redid the poster we put back up. Chris, you did some work on that, and so we got that up. We're going to put some updates.
We'll probably be doing an update this upcoming week or something, and then we're going to start trying to get the once we get the staff locked down, the actors locked down, we'll start bringing them on and having them do a quick blurb about themselves, and
so everybody knows who it is that we're going to have, and it's going to be cool. You guys will be pleasantly surprised. Obviously, we're trying to keep the story locked down, because
we don't want to spoiler alert it. So.
However, we did want to let you know that we will be submitting the script itself to some actual. There's festivals and festivals. So there's some script competitions that are out there, and believe it or not, there is some that are designed for fan films.
Yep, I couldn't believe that. So it was amazing.
Yep. So we'll be submitting our project.
And fan fiction too.
Yeah, and fan fiction too. So we're going to be submitting that our Stranded Warrior. That'll be going out in about 3 months. So it'll probably be right after, or either while we're in production, like in May. So we'll do that. We're going to have teasers. We will have teasers. We're going to show you like little bits and pieces of the actual acting that we will make sure we, I don't know if we'll pull it, but we'll actually probably get you some.
We'll have some behind the scenes video stuff. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to drop my 360 camera on top of the other camera so you can actually see 360 degrees behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, so we're getting PAs, production assistants will be coming in. We're locking them down. We have a production manager, Jerry Jackson, is part of the team. So we'll introduce everybody one at a time. We'll let them say a few words about themselves and why they're doing the project. We'll have a good time with that. And again, thank you everybody for joining us. And we really appreciate you.
Start drinking some more.
It should be every time you say. We didn't pick a word. You should have picked a word, and that would have been an issue. What we did, but don't forget, tell your friends. Don't forget to look at the campaign, the Stranded Warrior, on the Indiegogo we have up. So if you know anybody that's interested in participating and throwing a little bit of support there, definitely use the help. And if you want to contact us, info@interfleetbroadcasting.com. Stay safe. See you at the next show. Keep the faith. And Chris.
Yep. Hang on. Oh, there we go. So yes, thank you so much. You guys are amazing, guys and gals. I always say guys for some reason. You people, that doesn't even sound right either, but you fans are amazing. You you listen to us, and then we have a great time doing the things we do. So here's to you.
Here's to you guys. All right.
Fans feel the fleet.